Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to SaGa Frontier 2. Today we're going to have our final showdown with Alexei himself, the killer of Will's parents. Now, I meant to mention this before, but I didn't, so I'm going to mention it now. If you hit L and R, it will actually cycle through all of the maps. So it's a lot easier to go through the maps that way than it is to go to the atlas and then move the cursor around and pick which one you want. So there's that. It's there. Make use of it or don't. Up to you. So, like I said, today we're going to have our showdown. Now, one thing I'm going to quickly talk to you about is that how I'm going to handle grinding. Now, in scenarios, or typically other situations where something is difficult and or time consuming, I'm going to have save files kind of ahead of the game. There is a mechanic in this scenario that is very annoying, and to save time, because it took me 20 minutes for each one of the treasures in here to get them, so I figured I'll just make a save ahead of the game and cut all that out where you don't have to see it. But I'll basically walk you through about what you got to do. But I'm planning on doing my grinding that way, so I'll go through a scenario beforehand, do all the grinding I want to do, make a save file right before I'm ready to end the scenario, and then when it's time to record, I'll play the scenario up to that point, load my other file, and then we'll finish the scenario. And that way I get to do all of my grinding and things like that, because I'm kind of at a point where it's important that I get certain spells. Well, it's not necessarily important. It's helpful to have certain spells as soon as possible. I got pretty lucky. Regenerate is probably the most powerful spell in the game. That's relatively easy to get, so I already have that. Now, the enemies in here, really, with a few exceptions, there's pretty much nobody new. Let's see. I want to go ahead and I'm going to use Skydrive. Painful Beat. Yeah, let's go Needle Shot. And Delta Petra. Now, the enemies here are still pretty susceptible to stone, so a very large number of enemies in the game overall are actually really susceptible to stone and instant death. So if you can actually get something that causes instant death, it's very good. So we actually want to go. I don't want to fight you. Well, I guess I'm going to end up fighting you. I think he's just a normal frog. Yeah. Later on, the frogs end up in these little weird dragon head things. I'll demonstrate them if I get into a fight with one. But basically, you need to hit those guys pretty hard because they have a move that can drain your LP. And it's very annoying. But other than that, they're actually pretty good to spark new techniques from, if you want to take the time. Now, I'm actually going to sub out Narcisse for Cordelia here in a moment. At this point, I'm just trying to get to my first save point. Now, you might actually want to have used Narcisse instead of Nina up till this point. I just like using Nina because, you know, she doesn't get as much screen time. Plus, she's, you know, Will's aunt. She's a little more relevant to the plot than Narcisse is. So anyway, what you want to do here is you want to pull this, and it will knock those bags down, and you can get them later. Let's see. See that bird there? That is a wyvern. Let's see. I don't really want to fight either one of you guys. But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to fight this wyvern. Wyverns are the most powerful normal enemy in the game, and you do not want to mess with them. If you fight one, you're not going to win. They have many moves that can just outright kill you at this point. For example, their most powerful single hit move does about 500 points of damage. It's called Glider Spike. Let's see what else they got. Gale Storm, Gale something. It will actually hit your entire party for like 250 to 400 points of damage, and it's like, what? They also have like a stupidly large amount of HP. You just do not have the damage output in HP at this point to fight them. You're not meant to fight them. Also, as far as I know, they can't be petrified, so that's kind of like, Let's see if I can't demonstrate his powerful moves here. Griffith Scratch. Yeah. Griffith Scratch is annoying because it can cause instant death. So, pretty much all of his moves are nasty. Wide Shot is probably the most benign of them, although I do believe it can actually hit multiple party members. There's Glider Spike. Ow. Griffith Scratch and its instant death. See, is it gonna let me flee? Oh yeah. Most of the time, that doesn't work for me. But I usually end up having to die to him. But thankfully, got through that. Let me see. Did they come back? Yeah, they do. Okay. Right. Let's quickly fight this guy. And this is the site of my first save point, so I will meet you right back as soon as this battle is over. Let's finish it off quickly as well. Oh, man. I meant to do that as slash, backslash. Screw it. Let's just backslash the hell out of him. Yeah, these enemies in the first area are not really good for learning anything on, but there's some decent guys here. Now, see this bag here? Can't get it. What you're supposed to do is kind of lure those birds. See how they dive at you? Well, basically, you got to get them to hit the bag. And I almost got it there. This can be very time-consuming and tedious, and I really don't want to spend the time to do it here. So, I have some handy-dandy save files where the bags have already been knocked down. So, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Now, as you can see, the bag is knocked down. So, let me go take just a moment to show you, my party. And what equipment I have on. Now, for this scenario, you definitely want Nina in your party. Now, prior to now, it didn't really matter. You could have used Narcisse if you wanted. But you absolutely have to have Nina in your party for this scenario. Okay, let's see. Look at my arts. Basically, I've got Tyler set up pretty much as a pure physical attacker for his with his axe abilities. The biggest change, really, to what I've been doing is the fact that I am going to start using my silver staff from this point on. I've got 70 uses to burn through with it. It is a very powerful weapon, and now's pretty much the time to start using it. We don't have too many more scenarios before we either get something. I think we might get a better staff before Will is done. But 70 uses is a lot of uses, so that's pretty nice. And if I need to train or something, I could just put like the Chris knife on or something to have an infinite use weapon. Anyway, yeah. See, so I think I've demonstrated the Griffins. You want to grab this? Oh, I don't know how I got away from that. Anyway, the silence bow is a tone bow. Alright, we want to go to the next area. There's the bird right there, and the item that you want to get is right down there on the hill. Let's quickly fight this frog. If you want, I can actually... You know what? I think I am. Just to show you how powerful the... This is how powerful the silver staff is. Or don't show them. That's great, Will. That would do about 30 points of damage with the sapling staffs. So I mean, the silver staff is really powerful. Tree, swing, swing, swing. Come on, give me that Gale Strike. Damn it. And it looks like he's just going to keep using Roll Beat. Oh my goodness. One last time. Come on. Come on, Will. Thank you. Yep, 1,400 points of damage. That is probably the most powerful thing that we can do at this point. Now, to get the bag right here, you have to go up here, about right here, and you get the attention of that bird, and then kind of get him to come down here. It's very, very annoying, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I'm going to go ahead and grab the bag here. And in it, you can get some pop shoes. Pop shoes are, well, they're armor. They're not a quell or anything like that. But they do have a physical art in them. It's called press. I don't know really how good it is. I never really use it. Anyway, there's a rock axe right there. Keep going down. Get some money here. Now, these frog guys can be one of two enemies if you're down here in the quarry. Up top, there are those frogs. But here, they're going to either be the snail guys or these dragon head guys. I'm not real sure what... I guess a crocodile, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. But, these guys have a couple of annoying things that they could do. One, they have a move that can drain your LP. It doesn't outright kill you, but it causes you to lose LP, which is annoying. Let's see what else. Tree, swing, swing, swing. They have lots of HP. They have a fairly good spark rate. I mean, I think it's one of the, if not the best, in this area. So if you want to take a little time to train on them, you can. They do have quite a bit of HP though. So